Coming to you from the great state of Wisconsin, this is a CS27 Studios production. You're listening to the Binary Brothers Podcast featuring Ryan and Clay. It's time now to open your ears and prepare your mind because life's too short to be constrained in black and white. So without further ado, here are your hosts, Ryan and Clay.
Hello and welcome to episode 20 of the Binary Brothers Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ryan, and with me, as always, is Clay.
That's me.
That's the guy. We're going to have an awesome show for you today. We're going to talk about some stuff. Right?
It's a one-year anniversary.
It's 1 year, yeah. So it's 1 year to the day since we recorded our first episode.
Literally to the day.
Which is crazy, because it doesn't seem like it's been that long.
And we didn't plan this.
No, it just ended up happening.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this seems like a good day to record. Let's do that.
We got some time here. We could do one.
But we haven't quite stuck to our original schedule of every other week, because that would mean we'd have 26 episodes.
Right. We were going strong for a while there.
Yeah, life kind of gets in the way sometimes.
It gets in the way, and it also finds a way.
That's true. That's true. I believe.
But yeah, we're here. We're here to do episode 20.
We are.
We're going to do the show. We're going to talk about vacations.
Yeah, vacation stories. Just have some fun.
I mean, it's the time of year where some people are, maybe going to get some time off for, Thanksgiving or, winter break. It all depends on people and their families, whatever they're doing. So, I don't know, holidays, vacations.
For sure. Absolutely. Although I don't think I have any vacations left for this year.
You've been a busy man.
I have been. I'm done for the year.
You're all tapped out.
I'm all tapped out.
Clay, you need to actually be at work sometime.
I will be. I'll probably be the only person at work.
It's just going to be you. There's going to be no rules.
Exactly. It's actually going to be a great time.
It's going to be the Wild West in the office. Maybe you play some Red Dead instead of working.
People underestimate how great it is to be in the office alone.
Yeah, it's like I've had times where there's only been probably 2 other people in the office, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, you don't get distracted at all.
Yeah, there's no distractions, there's no meetings because there's no one to meet with.
Right, exactly.
So you're just there. You're either getting work done or it's just a lot more relaxing.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Going right into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're in it.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to?
Well, there is Kick a Ginger Day coming up on Tuesday. My wife's a ginger. I'm not gonna kick her. I don't think that's not gonna happen.
Is she already opening up a beer?
Yeah. Did you hear it? That's not a beer, I don't think she's cracking back there, but She thinks I'm probably going to kick her on Tuesday, but but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much of anything really planned. Nothing that's coming up. I had something that happened recently, over this last week. I went to the Justin Courtney Pierre concert.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Been looking forward to that for a while, and it was awesome. It was pretty cool because it was at the rave, but it was at, I don't know if it's the smallest stage they have, but one of the smallest. It was in the bar area, and it was just a super small stage, and we were 10 people from the front, and we got there late. It just didn't matter. There just weren't that many people there, so everyone had a good view. He put on a good show. He played his entire album, as well as a couple things from his side project, Farewell Continental, and then a few Motion City soundtrack songs.
Ah.
So that was awesome. That's what I'd been looking forward to, and now it's kind of just the whole holiday thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be going on. We've got Thanksgiving coming up.
Thanksgiving is coming up.
Eat all of the food.
Oh, it's my favorite. It's my favorite holiday.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it because of the food?
It's one of the big parts of it. You got the food, you got the football, you got the family, and just like relaxing. There's no like pressure in terms of like gift giving or anything. It's just you're just hanging out and enjoying it. You know,
it's literally just a get together.
Yeah,
and, you know, the whole idea is be thankful, but like it's a get together, and there's like not just enjoy eating and hanging out with people.
You just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, I didn't stop to think about that before. Like Thanksgiving, you know, we've got this whole holiday season. You end up everyone's made Black Friday all about like buying all the gifts for Christmas and stuff. But like Thanksgiving itself is pure just hang out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No gifts,
and it always gets skipped over. It doesn't get the respect.
No respect, right?
No respect.
What was it? It went to the store and it went as soon as it was done with Halloween stuff, and not even as soon as it was done, before even the Halloween stuff was put away, or before Halloween had happened. Christmas stuff is already up, and I saw like absolutely no decorations or anything for like Thanksgiving in the stores. Like there's not like a Thanksgiving decorations like section.
It's just like turkey and like leaves.
Right.
I mean, I remember seeing that at Home Depot right before Halloween. They already had like a Christmas section up. But I mean, I get it. I get why retailers have to put that stuff up so early, because they only have so long to sell it.
Yeah.
Right. And people want to get up lights and decorations and stuff before the weather gets cold. So it makes sense that they put it up that early. Like I don't really like have that much of an issue with that. I do have an issue with the stores or the retailers that are just, you know, nonstop Christmas music starting, you know, before Halloween or during November.
You love Christmas music.
Christmas music
is
good, but not that early.
No.
I gotta get past Thanksgiving first. I gotta enjoy my Thanksgiving.
Everything has its time.
Once December 1st hits, go ahead. Hit that Christmas, you know.
Get that playlist going.
Yeah, get it going. I'm fine with it. You do you.
You do you. But yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I get it. You got to put the stuff out. It's just, I know a lot of people they end up thinking of like it's Halloween stuff, and then you get like a dead couple weeks, and then Thanksgiving is coming up. But a lot of people, it's like, especially because of like all the like all of the Black Friday things. Oh, we're doing Black Friday this week. We're doing Black Friday, early Black Friday sales starting on the 12th, like Monday last week. No.
That's not how it works.
It's not an early, it's just a sale. You don't have to attach Black Friday to it.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
It's all marketing.
But hey,
capitalism.
It gets the people going, you know, out to the stores, onto the internet, buying all the stuff.
My wallet's gonna not like me. I already looked yesterday. I looked because I saw an article about the Pixel 3.
Yep.
Being cheap, and I'm like,
yeah.
Ooh, that's really enticing now.
Like a potential. Oh, it's like just the regular Pixel 3, not like the rumored Pixel 3 Lite that I sent you.
No,
okay.
I know it doesn't have the headphone jack, but man,
but you can make that switch. I know.
I feel like I can. It's just
I know you got
that initial inertia that I have to overcome to get going and do it.
You gotta, especially as someone who is using the auxiliary cord and headphone jacks still, you're gonna have to jump past that. It was a lot easier for me because I haven't used wired headphones or like my headphone jack for like more than 2 or 3 times in the past year before I got a phone without a headphone jack. So I didn't care.
Yeah. So, but that's like, that deal is online, and that is Thanksgiving Day it starts.
Yeah.
Which, I'm fine with that online because it's online.
It's not driving you out like you'd...
Yeah.
You take like a few minutes to do some shopping online.
Yeah.
Sure. But like, where it's like, oh, we're going to do Thanksgiving, but let us leave our Thanksgiving at like 1 so that we can go shopping.
Right. No,
and
no
stuff
thanks.
Like it cuts your day in half. It ruins the chilling with people thing, right?
And you got, I mean, once you eat all that food, you gotta just, let it digest, right?
You gotta let it settle.
And obviously, that's when the nap sets in, too. I've got no time for shopping.
And then it's game over,
Game
right?
over.
You thought, I'm going to have all this time for all this shopping. And then suddenly, it's 7 p.m., and there's another football game on.
Oh, time for my pie.
Well, I got to have pie.
No, I actually don't eat pie at all. But that's my
No
ice cream time, though. No, I can't do pie. I don't know.
Huh.
I'm not really a fan.
So I'm not a big pumpkin pie fan. My wife
well, and that
thought
too.
I was,
that
but
too.
found out about it, I guess, again yesterday. She's like, don't you want some of this pumpkin pie? No, I don't really like pumpkin pie. It's not my thing. I like pie. Like, I like apple pie.
Yeah, I can't do that. Like, I gag on pie. It's like it's a texture thing.
It's the filling, isn't it?
It is the filling. It really is.
That's what gets me about like pumpkin pie. I don't like the consistency of like pumpkin pie itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like jelly on stuff?
No.
Okay, yeah. I would think.
No, I don't do jelly at all.
Smucker's god of jellies and jams.
No, it's funny because I had one of my ex-girlfriends, her mom like baked a pie or whatever, and she didn't believe that I couldn't like eat pie or whatever, that I'd gag or whatever. She's like, just try it. Just try it.
No,
like,
just do it.
So I like reluctantly did it, like in front of both, like she and her mom are just looking at me while I'm eating this, and I just like instantly just start to gag in there. I just felt like mortified.
I'm so sorry, but I told you this would happen.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure it's really good, but it's just not. I can't eat it. So, yeah. Ugh, that was a whoopsie.
You tried though.
I did. It wasn't just, me just saying it because I didn't want to eat it or whatever. I literally cannot without gagging. Just ugh.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't do pies after Thanksgiving dinner. I'm gonna wake up for that late night game.
If you're gonna send any baked goods to Clay or I'm
fine with baked goods.
All the pies should go to me. Yeah.
But I will eat like some ice cream though.
Oh yeah, ice cream.
I'll join the party and have some ice cream.
So, what have you been listening to? We talked about the Christmas music. It's still too early.
It is way too early still.
So I know you're not rocking out to Christmas playlists right now, but what are you listening to?
What have I been listening to? That is a great question. I'm gonna have to open up my Spotify right now because I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I always end up doing the same thing because I listen to like so much stuff. Yeah, I'm sure you're like me. Like you're listening to music just like all the time.
Yeah, and it's like I've just got like this kind of radio or station, like Pandora station type of thing going on. So it's just mixing through music. But there was a, you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go away from what I've been listening to.
Ooh.
Because that, I feel like that's kind of just a mix of things. I'm gonna go with something that I can see myself listening to very shortly, coming into like the holiday season.
Okay.
If you do want a break from like the Christmas music, I really enjoyed during like the winter months listening to the first album by the 1975.
Ooh, I do enjoy the 1975.
I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's just the 1975. Yeah, self-titled album, debut album.
And
it's got a lot of songs that people will recognize, but it's a very just like chill album.
Yeah.
It's just a chill album that you can just kind of listen to, you know, in a cozy place.
Right.
So I remember like dating back to last year and the last couple of years really during the winter months kind of gravitating towards that album just because I can just have it on in the background and it's chill and it's just got some good music on it.
Right. Some solid vibes.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to go with that, considering that everything else I've been listening to right now has kind of just been a mix of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's my recommendation to try out over these cold winter months.
If you want something nice and relaxing for when you're curling up on the couch with your blanket and your mug of hot cocoa, try the 1975's self-titled album.
Self-titled.
The 1975.
It's the scientific term.
Yeah, I tried. They recently. Did you hear about the kilogram?
That's like 4 years.
What?
A kilogram? In freedom units? It's like 4 years.
What is that? Wait, what?
It's just I'll get into that during our vacation stories.
Okay, great. Because
I know you're lost right now.
I'm so confused.
I'm sure our listeners are lost, but I'll explain it.
But hang with us.
Yes.
We'll get there. My kilogram was that they killed the official kilogram, and they're like changing it to I don't even know. Like they have like a physical like this is what a kilogram is. Like there's one thing.
It's like 2.2 pounds, right?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, 2.205. That's what it is.
Well, I'm not a calculator here. You can't go that far into the decimal places.
I googled it. Also, pi is a lie. Tau is better. It's a whole thing. Either way, they used to like measure like kilogram. Like the baseline for a kilogram was a physical like hunk of something that was.
Well, it's 1,000 grams.
Right, but like they had it for like doing weights and balances and stuff for like making sure that measurements are actually accurate and the things that are measuring things are accurate. They used things modeled off of this physical kilogram to say, this is what the thing was,
source
right?
of truth.
Exactly. And so then they changed that. They changed it from like the actual physical kilogram to just like what mathematically kilogram is like based on and stuff. Just a random tidbit of, I guess, weights and measures knowledge for you guys. Let me move on to what I've been listening to. I
was hoping you'd tie that into your music somehow.
Yeah, there's no way to get from
listen to this album called The Kilogram.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way to tie in my random kilogram news with John Bellion's new album, which Glory Saw in Prep.
It should be honestly, it should be Metric's new album. It should be Kilogram.
Right? They should come out with a new album, call it Kilogram.
They just came out with a new album, which is really good if you haven't listened to it.
You should go listen to it.
Just saying.
I love it.
But
and again,
go on.
Again, if you don't think you know Kilogram Metric,
screwed you up.
Oh man. If you think you don't know Metric, you probably know Metric. Go listen to their music.
They have plenty of songs you've heard, you just don't know it's them.
Like, who is this? But no, this guy that I found on some like music blog website forever ago, there's like one single, I think back when I was in high school, it's like, oh, this is a really cool song. You know, he's like a singer, kind of like R&B, like an R&B hip-hop-y kind of feel. And I was like, oh, great. This guy's music is awesome. He had like a mixtape out. And then I hadn't heard from him in what felt like forever. And then he came out with another album a few years ago. Like, oh, this guy again. And then I forgot about him again. And then suddenly, new album last week. And I dig it. I love his sound. Like I said, it's like an R&B kind of hip-hop-y sound. So he's like singing, but kind of rapping, you know, doing the whole, you know, what music is, telling stories.
Right.
Type of thing. But like one of the singles he came out with was like Conversations with My Wife, which is like a good song about, you know, just him and like, oh, my wife will stick with me even if I'm broke, even if I'm lame. So I liked his album. I listened to it all the way through. Solid feel, also like nice, fairly like chill vibes on some songs. You know, he gets more energetic on some, but he has like a lot of more chill, like relaxing songs.
So potentially another album to listen to while you're curled up on the couch.
Yeah, he's got a good
blankets.
Like you can go through his library and you can find, you know, a good number of songs where you can just kind of sit back and relax. Good background music. Couch.
Background music is the bee's knees when it comes to the holidays.
It's key because you don't want it to be distracting.
No, you don't want to have an accidental rave going on.
Yeah, you also it's going to be too much for the party, you know. Grandma's going to be upset. Well, a nice chill song. I don't like silence. Like background, you just awkwardly sit in a room with absolutely nothing.
just looking around, looking down, looking at your phone. Every now and then asking when Thanksgiving dinner would be done. We still got another 3.5 hours on this turkey. Stop asking.
When's that bird going to be done? Well, you should have put it in this morning.
I would have if somebody would have unthawed it overnight. Or thought it, not unthought. That would be terrible.
Unthought it.
I think the scientific term for unthaw would be freeze.
I don't know. I think we might need to get someone to check that for us. But you might be right. Freeze might be the right term for unthaw.
Unthaw.
It's a reverse microwave.
Oh man, that's great.
I love it. Oh.
All right, well, shall we?
I think they're ready.
They're ready. They're warmed up.
Yeah.
Got their earlobes. The drums in the ears. They all ready to go.
Yep, they're broken in.
Broken in. Oh God.
In a good way.
In a good way. I think we're ready to go. We're going to talk about some vacation stories, some good stories, some laughter should be allowed.
Yeah.
That's the main reason we go on vacations, right?
To enjoy ourselves, right?
Get out of the mundane, to treat yourself, to have stories to talk about. Some people take a crap ton of pictures and then never look at them again, but...
All of the pictures.
All of the pictures.
I tried to stop doing that at concerts.
Yeah.
And
I'll take like one or two or whatever, and then the rest will just be... Like, I won't do it anymore.
The old mental memories.
Yeah.
As best as you get them. Yeah, like vacation pictures. My wife and I end up taking, you know, a bunch of pictures, especially, you know, we went to Colorado, and it's like, we want to take pictures of everything.
Right.
Never been in mountains before.
Yeah, and they're so beautiful. It's like a Bob Ross painting everywhere.
Oh. So
many happy mountains, happy trees.
But yeah, like, that's one thing. We still take crap tons of pictures of stuff. So it's just, and it's more so, like you said, you go on like vacation to kind of get away and like relax, enjoy yourself, you know, have some stuff to tell people, and it's always nice to be able to bring back, you know, at least some pictures of stuff to be like, oh, look at how awesome this place is.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier nowadays with the digital cameras or phones to be able to share those pictures, where, you know, back in the analog era, you're taking a bunch of photos and it's like, okay, now I gotta bring along this huge photo book to show people if I want to, or people need to come over to my house if they want to see, you know, vacation photos which nobody really wants to see all that much.
Right.
They'd rather just hear stories.
Yeah, like they want to hear about things, and most of the time I feel like when I'm telling a story about vacation, I end up telling the story, and if there is something like relevant that I did take a picture of, like, oh, here's a picture of the thing.
Right.
But you're right, like nobody really wants to sit around and just be like, here's every single picture from my vacation.
Yeah.
Like you can just envision someone in their living room with one of those old like slideshow projectors, just like hitting the button, and here are the buttes.
The home footage, home videos. Home videos was a great show on Adult Swim for a while. That was one. I don't think I
ever watched it.
If you may recognize it if you see a picture of it. Here goes your mechanical keyboard again.
There goes the keyboard.
Your third keyboard of this Binary Brothers podcast era.
Only the second. Only second.
Oh,
keyboard.
second. Sorry, third only computer.
Third computer. I'm on another new computer, guys.
And Black Friday's coming up, so we'll see what happens.
But what's funny is I do have a third keyboard coming, but
my apologies.
But it was like through a Kickstarter, and the last I heard from them was like 3 weeks ago, and they sent a picture of this box truck somewhere in Asia with just a bunch of boxes in it. It's like, here's all your keys. They're
on their way.
Like they have to come here to America first to like some shipping hub,
right?
Where they're shipping them to a company here that is then going to ship them to everyone individually. So that's just like the bulk order.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Don't worry, I'll be clicking and clacking on another keyboard.
Clicking and clacking.
Hopefully by the end of the year.
We'll see, but. So home videos, that was like the first show I remember ever really watching on Adult Swim. I mean, it was when I was pretty young when that first came out.
I recognize this now. It's called Home Movies.
Oh, is it Home Movies? Sorry.
Yeah, no, but like I wouldn't have known the name either way. But no, I recognize this.
Yeah, I remember that was like one of the first ever shows I saw on Adult Swim. Yeah, when did that come out? Do you have that up or
1999?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I was like, Adult Swim, and I was definitely not an adult at that time.
Not at all.
No, I was probably 9 or 10 years old, depending on the time of year. But yeah, so just a young kid, innocent boy. Getting my first real view of adult entertainment of the cartoon kind.
I love Adult Swim is the best.
It is. It really is.
I miss Metalocalypse.
Oh, that was a great show. That was a fun show to watch during college.
Yes, the absolute best. I still fire up Mermaider.
I've shown that to a couple people in my office.
Yeah.
They've gotten
reactions.
They've gotten well. And one of my the guy who sits right next to me, he likes metal music.
Yeah.
I mean, he likes to make some music, but he's definitely not opposed to metal music. And I asked him if he'd ever heard of Death Clock. And he's like, who? I was like, what? I show him this song, and yeah, he's like, what is this?
Why are you showing this to me?
Let me do my work, goddammit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, good stuff though. Good stuff. But so vacations.
Right. That's what we're doing here.
That is really what we're trying to talk about.
Wrangle it back in.
Yep. Stop going on tangents.
But that's what the people love.
Yeah, that's the fun of it, right? That's
why
we play the game. Some play it to win. I play it to go on tangents.
Yep, that's it. Coach, I'm not running that route. I'm going to do whatever I want.
Go Rover. But yeah, so I just got back earlier this month. I went to Phoenix for a hockey tournament, and one of the weirdest things that happened during there is the first night that we're there, we're in a separate hotel for the night because not everybody gets there Thursday night. Most people get in like Friday because that's when like the activities will start, like Friday evening.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of us, there's like a group of us that'll get in Thursday, and we'll go to a different hotel than what we stay at for the rest of the weekend, because this hotel has like a absolute huge hot tub.
Oh, yes.
Like I don't have a picture in front of me to show it, but if I did, I'd show it to you.
I believe you.
Yeah, it's like it can fit a good, oh my God, I'd say probably at least 30, maybe 40 people in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a huge hot tub. Like, it's as big as probably people's backyard pools.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a hot tub that big, and now I want to.
Yeah, it's a nice hot tub. So we go there. Because not only that, but it's also open 24/7. You know, a lot of places, a lot of hotels will like close their pools and stuff down, right? Officially. But this one's open 24/7. They don't care that we bring, a bunch of beer or whatever. So we go there and have kind of like a, pool party or whatever that night, and it's Phoenix, so it's, nice weather and everything. Although it's the desert, so at night it does get a little bit chilly,
right?
But chilly is like 60 degrees
relative,
which is for Phoenix, cold,
right?
But yeah, so we're doing that, and so it's getting to like the end of the night. We're basically kind of finishing off our last beers, but we're out of the pool and we're actually sitting by a little fireplace, kind of by the side. That's kind of going, and this guy like is having trouble getting out of the main hotel building. He can't find like the door to get out to where we are because it's all like just full glass window panes, but the door is also one of those full glass window pane looking things. He cannot find the door. So we point to him and then point to where the door is, Finally get him out there. Get him to where he wants to go. He stops by. We offer him a beer because we're nice, and he looks like he's just kind of checking things out.
After everything he's been through, he deserves a beer.
For sure. So we offer him a beer, he takes it, and then he starts talking to us. He asks us if we're there for the swingers party.
What?
Yeah. Do you know what a swingers party is?
I mean, if it's the type of swingers party I think you're talking about, then yes.
You probably do. Basically, yeah. So he asked us that. For our listeners, a swingers party, I'm not really going to detail it all that much, but it's...
you can Google it.
Yeah, you can Google it. That's probably the best course of action here, honestly. But, be on incognito mode or something. Don't do it at work.
Don't do it at work. You're going to get some stuff.
So, yeah, he asked us, we're like, nope. What are you talking about? So he tells us how there's a swingers conference going on that entire weekend at this hotel.
What?
Like, they booked up, half the hotel.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and we even talked to, we got confirmation on this from, a hotel employee, too. Because, it was at the end of the night, and one of those employees, came over. He had friends or whatever in the party or something, and with some people hanging out. So we ended up kind of joining their group and we just asked them. We're like, so what about this thing?
So is this really a thing?
Yeah.
Or is this guy messing with us?
He's like, yeah, I know it is. Yeah, it's like a towel over the door is the signal and stuff like that. Or a towel over the door handle.
It's a whole thing.
We didn't see any when we walked back to our room, but yeah, we were just completely caught off guard by that.
Oh my god.
Thankfully, I mean, we were only there one night, but It was so weird.
It's just you could get rowdy.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 would do that again, though.
Right. I mean, I want to see this hot tub.
The hot tub is fantastic. I'm gonna find it for you.
I want to get a hot tub. Hot tub just sounds so good all the time. It doesn't ever not sound good.
It's true. Except I mean, when I was in the hot tub, I was in there for a while and I was just sweating a lot.
But I kind of like that. It's weird because I don't like to sweat normally because it obviously makes me uncomfortable. But I'll like sweat. Like I'm a bigger guy, and I'm like I run hot, so I keep the house. My wife hates it. Keep the house like colder than she wants, and it's because like I'll legitimately just be sweating, just hanging out.
Yeah,
I'm just never cold indoors like ever. So, but that's a weird thing is I'm perfectly fine with going in a hot tub, and like feeling like I'm sweating, like it's hot or like humid or like a steam room, like saunas. I like that type of thing.
Yeah,
I think it's just like me signing up to be hot. Like I know, like I'm signing up for the hot experience. If I'm sitting around and I don't want to be hot and I'm hot, no, get me out of here.
Yeah, out of there. Well, but I mean, so I was fine. I mean, I was fine with it. But it, once you kind of go a long time like that, I was like, all right, it's time to see what this pool is all about.
Yeah. I've had like it's kind of draining, right?
Yeah, and so the pool was heated as well, though, and the pool was really nice.
Okay.
So like we actually hung out in the pool for a long time because it wasn't cold at all. It was heated and was like the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that was a fun time. I go to that tournament. I do that Phoenix trip every year, and that's just kind of a staple. Is go there Thursday and hang out Thursday night, pool party, and I've never had the swingers convention going on though. That was definitely interesting.
Oh yes.
So that pool that thing on the right is the hot tub.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That pad, like that whole place looks awesome.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little resort.
Hell yes. We had like when we went to Colorado, we stayed in Glenwood Springs, and there's hot springs there, and just like natural hot springs, pools, places, and so we went over because it was like a 2-minute walk from our hotel over this place, and you just pay. I don't even know how much. It was like super cheap to get in. And it's just a giant, like you would imagine a giant outdoor pool, but it was all hot, and so it's like spring. It was like March, okay. But we were in like a semi cooler area, but like the water is super warm and it's all just naturally heated.
Oh yeah,
and it was just super super interesting, and it wasn't like super crowded or anything. It was an awesome time. Like hot, I didn't think to myself when I thought hot springs. I thought to myself, I don't know why I had this like picture in my head of like just like a hole.
Well,
like,
I mean,
it would just be like that's what you typically like.
That is like a natural hot spring. You'll see that. Yeah.
So, and they had like a little side one that was like just pure a natural hot spring, and they said you could drink the water, but they didn't. They were like, we probably don't suggest it. It like wasn't for swimming and for like seeing. Yeah. Or like you can drink this water because like it's technically healthy for you and junk, but it's like not palatable.
Right.
But we definitely drank some, and it was not great.
I've had better.
I've had better water. Ironically, in Colorado, I also, and that was.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. What?
From a spring.
Sorry. Can you repeat that though? I think you cut out a little. You cut out a little bit there.
Oh, in Colorado, we also drank water from a spring.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was like just some random spring like what we found. out, and that was amazing water.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I did it.
Well, I think they bottle that up all the time, right? Natural spring water.
We did see a group of people at the bottom with just like Dasani jackets on. just filling bottles.
They looked over, saw you. Hey, you, get out of here.
This is ours.
we called this first. We called dibs.
Yeah, hot springs. Hot springs were awesome.
I'd like to visit a hot spring one of these years.
You should.
Or experience it at least.
You should go back to Colorado. Find some hot springs.
Man, it's gonna be a while though. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. A lot of stuff on my plate taking up my money.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll get you.
Yeah. Next year is going to be rough in terms of vacations. Although I've got one awesome vacation coming up next year.
What are you doing?
Going to see the Masters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
It sure is.
A little bit of Happy Gilmore action.
Yeah, we'll golf a little bit down there too, but that's my big one for next year, but that's pretty much gonna be it, other than the Phoenix one again.
Yeah,
but
we don't have anything like big planned for next year. We try and go do something, every spring break, because that's before my football season starts, but when Catherine has time off.
Yeah.
So we always try and go somewhere. Like this last year we went to Colorado, and then I don't know where we've got. Oh, we got a timeshare vacation.
Timeshare vacation. I forgot about that.
We had the timeshare vacation like 2 years ago down in Florida. Our friends actually just got a call from like those people.
Those people.
Because
what do you mean by those people?
Those timeshare selling people. Because I think they asked for, do you know of any friends or family that might want blah,
Oh,
blah,
right,
blah.
of course.
So we wrote down like their phone number. they finally got a call. My buddy's asking me about it, and it's like, is this worth it? Well, I don't know, because to me it is, as long as you can put up with someone trying to pitch you a timeshare and telling you that if you don't get the timeshare you basically hate your kids and
right,
you're wasting money, and
well, I'll let you know.
Maker in the bathroom.
I'll have you know, sir or madame, I do not have any kids, so
I don't have any kids, so joke's on you. No guilt here.
Oh no.
But yeah, that was the funny thing. Like when that vacation, we got like a call because we signed up at an auto show to win, money, and that put us on this list for this vacation thing. And so we won this. We didn't win it. Like there's this super weird thing about winning those things is you're not allowed to technically say that you won it because I don't know, like you have to pay taxes on it.
It's all under the table winning.
Right. It's all weird. Like you were selected for free. It's like it's a whole thing. But either way, so we get this. I'm like, sure, I guess we'll do it. And then we ended up, booking it. And you just have to we paid for flights. We paid for the rental car. And we had to listen to this timeshare presentation. And then they gave us 7-day park-to-park passes to Universal. And gift cards for restaurants that you could go on this website and be good for a bunch of restaurants, and just you get a cruise, a few day cruise, and a bunch of other just random stuff that they just gave you for listening to this presentation. Obviously, because they hope that you end up signing up for this thing. But it was funny because I go in and I'm like, I'm not buying this timeshare. There's no way. There's nothing that this man can tell me that is going to get me to sign papers where I buy a timeshare.
Right.
Not even with the new way they do timeshares, where it's all points. It's you buy X number of points and you use those points to get hotels or places at resorts, like anywhere in their network. So it's not like you're buying into just one spot.
Right.
But it's like even with that, like you're not going to get me to put down $40,000.
Right.
For, all these points, and then it's just this whole thing. So it's just not happening. It's not going to happen. And then we end up they want you to go on a tour with a person. So we go on this tour with the guy, and the guy we had was in training, and they're technically like real estate agents, but he was in training, and he wasn't going to get commission for this. He was just going to get paid whatever he was going to get paid. Yeah. And we're like, dude, we're just so you know, we're just not. We're here for the free vacation. it's just not going to happen. And he was so cool about it. He was just like, all right, cool. Like I'm not. It doesn't change my bottom line.
Right.
Like I will practice pitching you things, and whatever. But whatever, he didn't care. So we ended up just like talking to the guy for a couple hours. which was just the exact opposite of what I expected. I expected just a hard sell the whole time,
right?
And to just be annoyed. And I'm sure most of the time it ends up being like that.
Yeah, don't get into another one of those, because then your experience is going to be ruined.
Oh yeah, I don't think we did. I think we got another call though.
Oh,
about one.
Fast forward, we ended up buying the timeshare.
By episode 45, I'm gonna have a timeshare, guys.
That's like the beginning of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like an opening thing.
Yeah.
Charlie's like, we're not buying a timeshare, and then the text comes up, the gang buys a timeshare.
The gang buys a timeshare. Yes. Oh, it's so perfect. Charlie McDennis too. Electric Boogaloo.
We had the group at in Phoenix that knew the employee at that place that we were kind of sitting with by the fire. She was also a real estate agent.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of got into trying to make a deal with one of my buddies. I can't remember exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
But she was like a real estate agent in, I think, Las Vegas or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And I just remember that she was like saying that she could get him 36 holes of golf wherever,
anywhere.
Like she has the connections for that and stuff. And then what was he trying to do? He's trying to negotiate himself. It's like, well, that sounds great, but what if you could throw in a Range Rover? It's just like, I can't throw in a Range Rover. I can get you 36 holes of golf. It's like, well, if you can't do a Range Rover, what about a new pair of Sperry's? He just went complete other range.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is right. You gotta start high, right? If you come home,
yeah,
and you tell your wife, "Hey, I was thinking about buying a private jet today." She freaks out. She says, "No, God, no, we couldn't afford a private jet." Oh, okay, well that's fine. I bought a truck and stuff.
Yeah, well, no, but you know what Sperry's are, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So you go from like a Range Rover all the way down to $80 pair of shoes or whatever.
Seems more reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I could get that in there for you.
But she was just like,
making the sale.
He made that like offer or point or whatever, and just absolutely confused the crap out of her. It's like, what? Why do you want Sperry's? I really like Sperry's.
I don't understand. Why wouldn't I want Sperry's?
The point of or the resolution of this deal that went down was her business card got put into the fire.
Straight into the trash.
Not even by my buddy though, by her buddy, who is also, I think, a real estate agent.
He's like, don't deal with these people.
They were there for a conference. Apparently not the swingers conference though.
Well,
but they were there for a business conference, and so staying at that hotel. And yeah, he just took her business card, which had like the terms of this contract or this deal, quote unquote, like being written on the back of it, and he took it and just threw it into the fire.
He's like, nope.
It's like, what are you even doing?
You got to be done with this. This isn't going to happen.
You're about 20 cocktails deep. It's not going to work.
Well, if you can't do the Range Rover,
right? What's the point? What's
could
even
you
the
do this,
point?
Marys? You got to work them down.
Pretty much.
That's awesome.
The art of the deal.
You ever lost anything?
Lost,
like on vacation?
Vacation.
You ever like gone somewhere and then just like end up like leaving something?
No, I don't think so. But my buddy, that same buddy who was doing that deal, a couple of years back when we went to Phoenix, left one of his pullovers at the Topgolf down there.
Ah.
Left it, didn't realize it until the last day, and we were leaving for to come home.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh crap!" He's packing up. Where is this? Oh, I think I left out at Topgolf. So he ends up calling them, and they actually found it or had it.
Yeah.
And they sent it to him to his house here in Wisconsin here. Like just shipped it to him, no fees or anything. Just
well, that's awesome.
Totally cool. But no, personally, I've never lost anything. I did have to throw away a pocket knife though when going onto a plane.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize you couldn't bring those on anymore.
Thanks, terrorizers.
I know, right? I thought for some reason I thought if they were small enough that you could still have them.
No level of pocket knife.
Apparently not. But
and then it was funny because on Reddit the other day, some guy I saw on like a best of thread that he used to work for the TSA and he said you'd be surprised what you can put in your checked bag though. You can put so much stuff in your check bag. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
It's like he said like 5 swords, good to fly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It doesn't matter, like as long as you can't get to it.
As long as you cannot double wield it or dual wield it.
Right. 5 swords, that's too many. Yeah. There's no way this guy is going to attack with 5 swords. Plus, he'd have to get all the way down to the cargo hold, all the way.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
No. But, yeah, which, I mean, it ended up being fine because it was an old pocket knife and I kind of was looking to replace it anyway, so.
Yeah.
That's what I did. But.
It's funny. We went to a buddy of mine and I went to Metallica and he was on his way up to the door, and he's starting to like empty his pockets to go through security. And he's like, "Oh no!" he had his knife on him, and he's like, "I can't." He doesn't like he Ubered like downtown.
Oh,
like we both did. So there's like not a place to put it.
You'd have to find like some super secret place, like outside the stadium or the arena.
Right. You'd have to stash it
like
somewhere
in a bush or something.
Yep. But no, he was like, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. Nope, took it from him. And then we got up to that second level with like the glass wall and stuff, and we looked down at the security lines. He's like, "There's my knife."
There it be.
But yeah, they'll take that stuff from you. But Jamaica,
as they should,
took something from me.
Oh.
So I left something in Jamaica.
Wait, did you leave it or did they take it?
I don't know, man. I'll tell this story and you'll be the judge.
All right.
So, going to Jamaica for a wedding, for Nick and Katie's wedding, the old Weiss family.
Oh yes.
So, we go there for their wedding. They do the wedding. It was lovely, the whole thing, and then we're there for 5 days it was. So we're gonna go. It's all inclusive. You got to go explore a little bit of Jamaica, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to do
for sure.
So we decided to go do Dunn's River Falls.
I think I climbed that a long time ago.
You probably did because that's what you do with Dunn's River.
Yeah.
You climb it.
But I was there on a cruise.
Oh.
So we stopped in Jamaica and we did that.
I mean that I want to go on another cruise. Alaskan cruise was cool. I want to do like a Caribbean cruise. That'd be dope.
I haven't done the Alaskan, but obviously I did the Caribbean cruise.
Yeah. But yeah, we're there. Sure, let's do Duns River Falls. Go there. It's great. I took my watch off. I left like all my stuff on the bus, like I'm supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Took my watch off, all the junk, and I thought to myself, for some reason, I looked dead at my ring, and I said, "This is fine. I'll keep this on." And so I'm like, "Great, I'll go." And we go, and then we get down to the bottom of the falls, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, "Yeah, these are there's some sketchy areas here." But I don't know. We'll see. I have no choice now. What am I going to do with this ring?
Right.
And it was perfectly fine. And it was going super well. And I didn't think anything of it until we're about halfway up. And we're going. And these guys are nuts. They're just jumping around the falls. And they're,
yeah.
I mean, they're obviously pros. They're experts. Right. They're doing this all the time. But they're just going everywhere. And I'm over here just afraid I'm going to slip and fall.
Right.
And they're not wearing shoes, but we had to buy water shoes and like all these things. And we're going up this one part where it's like you normally go and you're in this chain and you're holding on to other people.
Yep.
And I have one beef with that. It's that I was attached to someone's small child.
Ooh.
And I was like, I don't feel like being slightly responsible for the kid. And I also don't want to like slip at some point and crush this child.
Right.
It's not going to be a good time for anybody involved. But we end up going at this part where you let go of the other people and you kind of climb it. And I'm climbing up and I put my hand down, my left hand, and it slips.
Oh no.
It's like my hand and my foot slip at the same time, so absolutely was keeping me where I was. And so my hand goes, and then I hit my head on this rock.
Oh.
And so I slip. I face plant into this rock and then slide down, and everyone kind of freaks out. And I pop up real quick, and I'm fine. And I end up climbing up, and we're going, and I realize, oh yeah, in that whole exchange, my ring slipped right off.
Oh no.
So I don't know. Like, did the falls take it from me, or did I leave it there? I don't know. I don't know what you call it.
I'm gonna say the falls took it from you.
It's not entirely the fall's fault. I shouldn't have been wearing the ring.
No.
But I didn't just forget it there. It's there somewhere. And if anyone's listening and they go to Duns River Falls and they climb up the right side path, maybe try and fish my ring out of there.
I'm sure it's washed down.
Yeah, it's probably gone forever. I didn't tell Catherine right away.
Oh.
I also didn't tell her that I had like a little lump on my head, like that I had a headache.
I mean, couldn't she see it? Like just.
Well, the lump was like developing, I think, the rest of the time, and so she didn't realize it. But she really didn't realize that like I had a hitting my head on this rock.
Right. Yeah.
She's like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'll be fine.
I just have about 3 concussions right now.
I get hit in the head all the time. It's
okay. I'm used to it.
What's funny is that I got married in one ring. It was too big, and so I went on. I got it from Amazon. I'm like, whatever. They're like super cheap rings.
Did you get like your ring size from a place or? Or did you just guesstimate? I
had a ring that was a size, and I was like, this ring fits fine. At least I thought so.
Yeah.
Like that separate. It was like a lighter, like plastic ring. And so like that one worked out fine in that size, but then once I got like this heavier ring, it didn't work out in that size. It was like winter, and the ring was heavier, and it just was like slipping off of my finger all the time. So I had to go like half size down. So I returned the one I got married in. And bought two of a half size down, which was convenient because I thought to myself, one day I'm gonna lose somehow. Yeah.
And you were right.
It happened in the first year of our marriage. So
you bought it in bulk.
So yeah, and so now I've got this one, and this is the only one. I've been meaning to go on Amazon and order another backup. But maybe the second I do that, it'll be fate. And I'm going to lose this one.
You don't want to give your ring any ideas.
Well, I see you're planning on losing me somewhere.
Well, as long as you don't go to any more waterfalls, I think you'll probably be fine.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm probably not going to, and if I do, I'm going to take my ring off.
Right, you've learned from your past mistakes.
Yeah, past Ryan was naive and thought to himself, yeah, I can climb a waterfall with this ring on and perfectly fine. I won't even take a shower with my ring fall off.
Well, right. And the water just brings up some PTSD.
Right? Just in the shower, like, oh no.
Oh no! Little kid! Don't hold my hand.
I wasn't holding the kid's hand to start, and that's what messed me up the most, is because at some point we got separated around and then rearranged.
You lost the kid too?
I did lose a kid. No, that wasn't me. It was their family. We didn't lose anybody. There are points where we relaxed.
Right.
And so
no, I remember.
We ended up rearranged, and I just was thinking to myself, I don't want to be holding on to this kid right now, because
I mean, you could see the future. You knew you were going to slip and fall.
Yeah, and had that child been directly underneath me,
it would have been the child instead of that rock that you would have headbutted.
Yep. And then I looked like a monster.
Yeah. You'd lose your ring and look like a monster.
Ugh.
Just worst case scenario.
Just be terrible.
Terrible, you knuckleheads. Well, all right. I think that's it for time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, you get to telling stories and time flies.
Just flies.
Absolutely.
When you're having fun.
For sure.
And we've been having fun.
Is that turkey done yet?
Well, it would have been if someone hadn't thought it.
Unthought it? Man, shouldn't have done that.
Someone popped it in the reverse microwave.
It's the worst.
And now
happens all the time.
Now we're not eating until Black Friday.
God. At least that's when the sales start.
How are we supposed to eat that? Just walking into Walmart with a turkey leg?
I wouldn't put it past you.
Well, I wouldn't either. You gotta eat.
It's so convenient.
You gotta eat. It's handheld. It's great.
All right. I think that's it.
That'll do it.
Well, we'll have some more stories. I feel like we have some in our back pocket still.
Oh yeah.
As time goes on, when season 2 kicks off, the Binary Brothers podcast. Hopefully we can start doing these as video podcasts.
Yes.
That's the goal right now.
That's on the horizon, folks.
Yep.
Everybody listening, you'll soon be able to see our lovely faces.
Oh yeah.
When we do this, and then if you're watching it again later, I think. Well, we got some planning to do.
Yep. Yeah. We'll hit the planning, the war room.
Yeah, we'll get in the war room. We'll have some new stuff for you guys.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Binary Brothers Podcast. We can't wait for you to tune in next time. But until then, make sure to find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, and BinaryBrothersPodcast.com.